Hello everyone and welcome to the Weekend Slice. We're taking a look at Update 10 for Interstellar Marines. I think this is probably the most important and biggest update they've released so far, and I'm going to try to do my best to explain why this is. Now, you've already probably seen the other videos on the game on the channel. If you haven't, I highly recommend that you do and check them out. But just keep things simple and quick, I'm going to jump right into one of these playground maps and show you what it's all about. First of all, there's been some big changes to the HUD. And by big changes to the HUD, I mean that right now the HUD is designed to be a big part of the player's vision. In the previous version, which you've seen, in the other videos, the HUD was, just like in any other game, something that looked like it was superimposed on the screen. It was sort of designed to be from the player's perspective, not from the player's character's perspective. Well, right now they've changed it, and it shows up on essentially the helmet that your character is wearing. If you take the helmet off, the HUD goes away. If you bring it back, it appears. This used to be in place before, but right now it actually feels like it's part of the helmet. You have your ammo count, 28 out of the maximum 30 in a clip. I don't know what taser is. Maybe we'll see that later on, or maybe that's actually the name of the weapon or something, I don't know. The firing mode, full auto, and if you turn on your laser, the laser indicator will light up. Turn on your flashlight, the flashlight indicator will light up. Another thing that I think they changed, because I can't really be certain, is I think the position of the weapon versus the player's perspective has changed. I think it's a bit more zoomed out, a bit more further away. I think also they've increased the effect of movement on the weapon. It bobs a little bit more. It seems to have a bit more impact on it. That's why I'm moving around right now. I'm trying to demonstrate that. I'm not really sure if this is... this is just a feeling that they've changed this. Also, when you're aiming down your sights, it seems to be a bit more zoomed out than before. It's not so close to your perspective. This makes it a bit harder to aim, in my opinion, which increases the difficulty, which is not good for me, because like I said in the other videos, I'm not really big on multiplayer games. I don't really play a lot of multiplayer games, so I kind of get really easily owned by anyone since update 10. In update 9, I think it was much easier to aim and shoot at a distance, and I think this has made it a bit more challenging to do that. But it has brought another effect, which is that right now you have a bigger view of your surroundings. You have a clearer view of your surroundings. So when you're looking down your sights, you're not as vulnerable as you were before to things that were in your immediate vicinity. And you've probably already seen videos, but I'll go ahead and mention it because it's really important. They've added this. Yeah, baby, we got crouch. So crouch is in the game, but just like every single other element in this game, it's different from your regular first-person shooter. I think you'll probably notice and figure out what I mean when I look down. I think you've seen videos of the new Thief game. I think you've seen videos of Thief Deadly Shadows. I think you've seen videos of Mirror's Edge. This game has something that all those games have as well, and that is body awareness. Your character isn't just a floating camera. He has a physical presence in the environment, which means that whenever you crouch, it's not just your camera going up and down, your entire body, the entire body of your character is also going up and down and lowering. Now, how did they do this? They did this by doing something really cool. The movement is generated by the joints in the knee of the character. the cool part is that they've also changed the jump. See? You hold down the spacebar and it impacts your jump. And if you watch carefully, the animation is based on the joints in the knee. I think that's pretty advanced, and it's not a lot of games do this. And very few games who actually do it really well. I've mentioned 3 that do it well. Thief 3, Thief 4 essentially, the new Thief, and Mirror's Edge. And what else did they add? When you crouch, you have the ability to move. If you notice, it's also based on joints and articulation movement, articulated movement, because your character will rise a little bit, just like you would do in real life when you begin your movement. And you also have a crouched option to take cover. I'll cover that in a second. I'm trying to get to a position where I can demonstrate cover. You see these, you know, how would you call them? Railings, little fences, whatever you want to call them. These are everywhere on almost every map. Versions of these. If you cover, and you go behind one of these, if you crouch and you go behind one of these, you're in cover. And if you aim down your sights, you're peeking above cover, shooting at the enemy. Again, this is based on the body awareness thing. Why is that, in my opinion, something really cool? Well, if you go back to my other videos and if you listen to other interviews and material on the game, you'll remember that it was officially announced that they're trying to make this into a tactical first-person shooter. Well, I don't know about you, but the fact that I can take cover, peek above cover, over cover, the fact that I can crouch using my joints and still move while crouched, that's all very much within the spectrum of a tactical first-person shooter, similar to something like Rainbow Six. Yeah, and I suck at aiming. I think this goes a long way to prove that they're very serious about their concept of making this into a tactical first-person game. I also think that it is a statement of intent that they're actually kind of moving towards doing more to the game with the game than what was already in place, and I think it's sort of a nice message of hope for the future that maybe we'll get a continuous flood of updates, because I think this game kind of needs it at this moment in time. The other cool thing that they've added is they've made this map, the map named Colony. Yep, the jumping is not as easy as it used to be, because it's based on joint movement. This map is named Colony, and they've added it to the roster of available multiplayer maps. It's got environments, as you can see, rain, we switch, red alert. It's got changes of map design. They have these barriers that raise and lower. They've got this really cool sort of simulation of wintry blizzard or something like that. And back to rain. This map is a welcome addition. I think it's one of the more challenging maps. And I also think that they've gone through every single other map that they had in place. And they've added the ability to take cover, because you can see these blocks here. You can use these for cover. You can peek above them, peek up above them by crouching and doing that aiming down sights movement. And they've added a bunch of cover on all of the other existing maps as well. Like I said, the game has become, in my opinion, a bit more difficult, or maybe I've gotten worse at it. I don't know. That can be a definite possibility. I'm not denying it. That is one of my teammates. Well, no, that's not actually one of my teammates. That's a dummy, but see, it's so hard. The weapon has a tendency to want to just go away from you. From the, place where you're aiming at. Now, this pretty much covers all of the updates that have introduced in the game. I think graphically they've done some enhancements to the shaders and filters that they had in place. I think the game looks a little bit better. I'm not entirely certain whether they've actually done, they kept the quality the same, but they've improved the performance, so I'm able to run it at a bit higher settings, or maybe I'm just mistaken and it's pretty much the same. Not entirely certain. But the new map, the crouching ability, and the changes that I think they've done to the other maps. I don't remember there being so many options for cover and crouching and hiding before. I think they're pretty much awesome. And they've changed the game quite a lot, and I think they're additions that sort of push the game in the right direction in terms of development, because you can see changes coming in. You can see them trying to work hard to keep things fresh. Yeah, it's still a very simplistic multiplayer game at the moment. Simplistic in the sense that you don't have a lot of options, you don't have a lot of customization options, you don't have a lot of gameplay options actually, because there's no other weapons, there's no vehicles or things like that. There's no cooperative multiplayer, there's no deathmatch, there's only the team deathmatch option, there's no capture the flag, there's nothing like that yet. It's not simplistic in terms of actually the tactical element has been increased a whole lot by these new additions, and I think it really shines through and sets this game apart. I've actually seen players who joined the game with zero experience, and who were actually big players of something like, I want to give names. Let's just say other big, really big, massive first-person shooters that are available, and who said that they are finding this a much more difficult experience in terms of, requiring a bit more skill and being a bit more tricky to get into. I think that's a good thing. It's a bad thing that it's turned me into a complete damn noob again. But hey, that's the price we all pay, right? Let's get out of this. I want to do something quickly. Well, I want to lower my sensitivity in the game settings, and let's get into a multiplayer game. If there's players online, and maybe I'll be able to. I'm looking for the one with the smallest ping level. So this is Colony, and this is a multiplayer game. The UI has added a new view of the team and the score ratings. You can see that right now on the screen.
Prepare for unexpected engagements at every corner. Initiating next domination zone.
This map also has, like I said, changes in geometry. I'm going to probably die a whole lot. I haven't played this in a while. Haven't had the chance. There's been some pretty nifty other things coming out or being announced that I've... Oh god, there's a guy over there.
Tip of the day. The Interstellar Marine system is ITO frequently.
Yeah, he changed locations. Of course he did. He wasn't stupid. So there's been other things coming out, and I've had some issues with recording, so I skipped doing this video. I played this update for a while, but no, not enough for me to consider myself good enough to actually say that I don't suck. Yep, so the tables have turned in this game. It's definitely a more cover-oriented shooter. Got him. It's become a bit more slower paced, even more slower paced than it was before. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But it's sort of changed the skill requirements for the players. You have to be slower in your movement, yet faster in your aiming and firing, and that's where the problems come in for me. My buddy's got in covered. But I'm not trying to showcase whether I'm a good player or not, because I definitely am not. I'm probably gonna just get lucky a few times on camera, and I hope I do, and probably die a lot. The point here is to show you the fact that this project is actually moving along, although there is still, let's say, large amount of skepticism towards it, and it's understandable. I think they're actually starting to make progress now, and that is absolutely tremendous. You just see me use the cover to my advantage there. Doesn't happen very often, and that guy could have easily spotted and yeah, he moved too fast. Some of these guys are you know, let's say they play more often than I do, and they're very accustomed to the map layout, allowing them to make faster decisions. I wasn't. I thought he had just moved further away. So here in the before spawn screen here, you saw the older interface in terms of the team results and such. Yeah, I like the new UI. I like it a lot. It helps with, you know, it adds to the immersion. What are you firing at, buddy? Oh man, that was unexpected. And how the hell did he get up where I was? Oh man. Like I said, some of these guys played.
Execute extreme caution.
Play, making them really good. I play this quite rarely. Played it a bit more when it was in update 9 because I had a bit more downtime. But my JOB, which is something really nasty, it's a disease that takes away your free time. How the hell did I miss that guy? See, I'm not comfortable enough with aiming at long range with this weapon. Yep, and I ran out of ammo. See? Not good enough for this game. But I still do enjoy it. I still think it's one of the more interesting shooters out there, especially in terms of the concepts it has behind it. Do I think that this will end up being a great single-player game or complete game sometime down the line in the future? I really don't know. I still believe in these guys. I still think that they can do it because, you know, all of the updates that they're bringing seem to work, and seem to just add good things. They're small things, a map and the ability to crouch, and that's it. But it's good things, things that work. They don't break other elements of the game. They don't bite off more than they can chew, and you have to admire that in a developer who's willing to streamline, in a way, their development schedule. You can argue that they've had too much time already. I don't know when you can actually consider the development of this game to have actually started, but I'm liking what I see, and I think Update 10 has brought some much welcome changes, and it is an update that serves to demonstrate their, let's say, concepts and vision much better than what they had in place before, in my opinion. It's a much more tactical experience right now, and it's definitely an experience that I think is pretty darn cool. The fact that I suck completely at playing the game has nothing to do with the fact that it's actually still pretty good. Oh man, that guy is pretty darn awesome. Yep, he got his all. I thought he would have left. He stuck around. Yeah, don't bother watching this for amazing amazing gameplay. There is none. There's no amazing here, for me at least. But it's kind of interesting to watch a game go through these early stages of development, because you can kind of have the opportunity to see whether the developer makes good on their initial, let's say, plans or vision. In this case, so far, they're doing that. It's hard to pinpoint exactly why I'm saying that, but when you announce that your game is going to be a tactical first-person shooter, and all of your updates serve that vision. Oh man, he went around that way. When all your updates serve that vision, I think you're kind of keeping true to your initial plan. You know, let's make something that's science fiction, that resembles a bit of System Shock 2, a bit of the atmosphere from Aliens, with tactical elements in the vein of Rainbow Six added. And so far, you know, with the new map and the atmosphere that you can clearly see and enjoy here in this video, and with the other things that they've added, the crouch, the tactical movement, ah man, I got one, but he wasn't alone. He had friends. Not fair. So I think they're building slowly but surely towards their plan. Now, what I'd like to see is one of those prototypes that they have on the website. As you're facing against some robots, well, I'd like to see some single player, bot matches uh, added to the game, or maybe some a bit more original, for lack of a better word, gameplay elements, as in maybe one of those horde modes that suddenly happens while everyone else is playing the classic multiplayer. Ah, see, I can't do what he did right now. I simply don't have the skill to aim down my sights and get a headshot from that kind of distance. I don't know how they do it. I think they just have a lot of practice, or maybe they're better at multiplayer. Simple. When you put in the time and the hours on a daily basis, you get good at it. Who the hell? Ah, they were two, and one of was in front, and one of them was to the left. These guys are good. They're working in teams now. It didn't used to happen before. That's what happens when you. No, I think it also depends on the servers that you play on. Part of the reason is I'm on my team. I think I shot him a few times. I hope to God I did. Didn't kill him, but it seems that it's impossible for me to kill anything in this game, in this match. Played one match actually where I just, spawn dead. It's become a bit more challenging than it used to be, and I think it's also harder to shoot. How the hell did I not kill him? I don't understand what's going on with my weapon. Honestly, don't understand. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, and somehow the weapon mechanics have changed from Update 9. But in Update 9, I was to be a pretty decent player, like mid-level on almost every match. Mid to low, yeah, but mid. Right now I'm always low level. I'm barely able to get 1 or 2 kills. How the hell do they move so fast anyway? See, these guys are learning tricks. I'm complaining. Don't think of me as complaining. My lack of experience with Update 10 is actually showing through. Yeah, that guy was trolling the spawn area. Come on, come on, come on.
Duration of sub-levels 1 through 4 is the
Yep, killed my teammate. I'm an idiot. I got panicked. I got panicked. I panicked.
enabled.
What the hell happened? Same thing that happened to me. Yep. Say things have gotten more tense. I got killed by a teammate. Not the same one that I killed. I don't think this red alert... What the hell? How? The red guys are really good. I mean, they've got double the points of my best teammate. Yeah. So I wasn't joking earlier when I said the game has gotten more difficult. Go, go, go. Yeah. Yeah. Go, go. Oh, I thought I had time to... Yeah, I'm just getting... like... Don't stand in the open while you're damaged. Stop playing like an idiot.
Sync system enabled.
Yeah, I need to change positions because they're probably very much aware of the fact that I used to be there.
Enabled.
You get one or two lucky hits.
Initiating next domination zone.
Yeah, but there's another one coming back down there. Yeah. Ended that match on a high, baby. Yeah, so it's gotten a bit more challenging, but it's not to the point where you can get on top of it. I think with practice, I'll probably get better. But this was just a quick look, at update 10 and what it brings on to the game. I think it brings on a lot. It makes it a bit more tactical, a bit more focused, and it kind of shows that their concept and their vision is actually being worked on and being implemented. Um, I also think that it sort of helps to prove that these guys are actually working on the game all the time, bringing new things, whether it's to your satisfaction. I think, you might consider these to be smaller updates, the ability to crouch and just some, a new map, and there's no major, huge, humongous um, update. Other games bring a map back on, like 4 or 5 maps all at once. These guys chose to do things on a smaller scale, single map and such. I don't see anything wrong with that. They've got a small development team, and they need to make sure that whatever they bring into the game actually works, and they're doing that. They haven't inadvertently created new problems by bringing on their updates. And I kind of really admire this mentality of doing things in bite-sized pieces, making sure they're all nice and tasty, if that makes sense, rather than bringing on, oh man, bringing on one, major package that could just be terribly bugged out and break everything. Really happy to still be able to keep playing it. I'm not a good player, but there's, even with that, like me sucking all the time, I'm still having fun. I think that's the important part. Yeah, you can take that any way you want to take it, but I still think that there's real potential here for a really fine game. Come on. Yeah, somebody else got him for me. Yeah. Still like the basic elements and basic concepts of the game. I still think there's potential here for something quite good. I know this hasn't been the most impressive of demos, but it maybe just goes to show that this is more than just the simplistic first-person shooter people kind of think it is. There is skill required in managing to play this game well. And that was not a sarcastic comment. He's actually being honest here. Skill which I don't have.
Initiating next domination zone.
Yeah. Let me just jump out of this game. And maybe I'll get the chance to show you... well... some of the changes they implemented in the other maps as well. And how the crouch mechanics, see, for example, here you've got crouch, but you're vulnerable because you've got these cuts, these spaces, then open spaces, openings in the cover. So you're not exactly always protected behind cover. It's not like you're invulnerable by staying behind cover. Ah, man. There's no other games on, you know, maybe outdoor maps or something like that, that I could maybe use to demonstrate the changes on those maps. Ah, come on. But I think you're kind of getting the point. It's good. It's challenging. It's difficult. It's rough. It's tough. And that's how you want it. Somebody else got the kill, but I think I helped. Oh boy. Ah. Some people are really good at sniping with this damn weapon that I can't seem to get a grasp of. And there's no cheating, by the way. I don't see any way how these people could be cheating. There's no codes or something like that, or wall hacks or whatever. Ah, see? He shot me through the opening in the cover. You might think, well, why are these people sort of camping? Well, it's kind of the map design. They're not camping, they're taking cover. I actually heard this complaint from someone who's big into another first-person shooter with online elements. Oh, you know, I don't like Interstellar Marines. There's so many people camping. Not really. Got one. He got me. Yeah. This is a map with a lot more players. I mean, look at that. Sound design is sound design is still pretty darn awesome. Yeah. My one goal at the moment is to not finish a map or a match in last place. Oh my god, I just walked into... Hello! You want to shoot the little enemy in the window? Almost had him! Ah. Let me just take some of these settings out. Makes the game look like a lot worse, but maybe it's all... No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's me being an idiot. Come on. I thought maybe all of those graphic settings might be getting in the way. Yeah, see, I didn't know that guy was... It sucks when you're having a big, you know, big match like this one with a lot of players. If you get injured, you have no idea who you're shooting at. What the hell are you doing, fella? Yep. So this was it, guys. A look at update 10 for Interstellar Marines. You guys liked it? I hope you can apologize me for being such a terrible player. Now this has been update 10 of Interstellar Marines. I'm hoping to get become a better player later on. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you later on weekendslice.com, our Twitter feed, our Facebook page. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you feel inclined to do so. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.